Hey Acers, since I'm sick, I'm not going to do a full-length video today, but I am going to upload that chase video that I made a while ago and have it focus directly in on the chase and just show the chase segment of it. So yes, this is something I've kind of uploaded before, but maybe now that we have a few more viewers, we're almost pushing 100 guys, we can go ahead and try and get some little more attention paid to the chase in Savage Worlds. And maybe this will help you with your Savage Worlds game. So, thanks for joining me. Remember that I do love you. You're amazing. The world is a better place because you're in it. And I really hope to see you at my table. Enjoy.
Recording on this one, and I'm going to resume recording on this one. So that's a part that I'm going to try and edit out, see if I can learn how to cut. But if you get that overlap, I apologize. Anyway, I'm going to bring my good mic over here so that I can continue to catch my voice from a good direction. So I've got here a 9-card chase setup, and let's go ahead and just reference the game that I've been working on. And in this section, we're going to have our boat, the Bannon, here on the represented by the blue chip, and our players, as they are wild cards. The pilot of the boat, he's got 3 bennies here, and he's being chased by the Iskrin here, and he's got 1 benny here because that represents the 1 player. So this is our initial setup, and I'm going to open the ever excellent Deadlands dice box, and I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to remove my Deadlands tokens, and we are going to use for our dice my Fear Agent dice. So let's say that, okay, so the Bannon has pretty good handling. It's got a +1 on the handling, and the pilot has a D8 in boating. The Iskrin also has a D8, but it's a larger boat. So this one's a large, and this one is, it's still in the large scale, but it's an even larger boat. And it has a handling of -2. And this one can go much faster. So what we're going to do is, first of all, shuffle the Savage Worlds action deck. So even though I'm somewhat adroit with cards, doing this wrapped around the tripod is not going to be my easiest task. So let's deal a card to the Bannon and to the Iskrin. The Iskrin gets to go first. So we'll put him like that. So the Iskrin, to counter the Bannon, has a deck gun, and they're going to be firing at the Bannon. Their goal is to sink it if they can. So, being as it's a deck gun, it means it counters the movement penalty. So the firing is going to be done with a D6, and as they are a extra firing the gun, they just get, they rolled a 6. 7. Incidentally, if I haven't mentioned it yet, that seems to be the Savage Worlds curse. You'll ace, and then you will get a 1 right after, especially on a d6. So what's going to happen is and I'm also going to say that our pilot on the Bannon has ace, which means that he will get a bonus. That he will get a bonus when or be able to use his soak rolls for the boat can be made off of his boating skill. And that means that it also will approach the wounds. But the Bannon has been hit. It is not a hit with a raise, so they are only rolling 3d10 in damage. So, yeah, only 3d10. So here's 1. Here's 2. And here's the third one. Bannon just took 14 points of damage. Now, it's got a toughness of 14. But this deck gun has an AP of 10, so the first 2 of that 14 are not going to count because the AP 10 punches right through that. So they've got a toughness of 12 for all intents and purposes. And that gun just hit them for 14 points of damage. So it's 2 points over their toughness, which means that they have just already taken some damage here. So we're going to go back up. That means going back up to the damage section. So the vehicle cannot be shaken, but if the damage equals or exceeds the toughness, the driver must make a maneuvering roll or go out of control. So and this is a free roll. So our boat pilot here has to make a maneuvering roll. Put those aside for a moment. And so he's going to make his D8, but since he's a wild card, he gets also his wild die. And we're going to roll this. Oh, he aced. So that's a 5 on the 8. See if the curse holds. Nope, it didn't. So it rolled a 4. So that means he got a 10. He made the roll, and now there was not a raise on that either. So it just was an out of control roll. That means that they put a shot across their bow. Now they're going to try and get up on the same card. They're going to just change position. So that is what they're going to do. And that is the end of their turn. So the Bannon gets to go now. And the Bannon is going to be on a 4, but it also has a top speed of basically 90 miles an hour. It can really haul some butt. And it's going to, because they want to get out of there. So they are going to make the pilot here, he's going to make a piloting roll, a boating roll, and get a 4. So with a success, he's going to, and this is the change position as an action. Oh, so actually he gets a +2, so he got a 6 because he changed position as an action. So he also gets, he's more than twice as fast, so he gets a +2 as well. So he actually got an 8. So with a raise, they are now able to change their chase card 2 cards. So they race out of there. And he's definitely got a boat that's more than twice as fast. So his goal is to get to over here to a card where he can flee. Now once there's 4 cards in between, then they can make a flee maneuver. So now we go to the next round. Let's deal the next set of cards. There's for the Bannon. They get a queen. And here's for the Iskrin. They get a 5. So they get to go second. Put that over there. The queen, toss that in the discard pile. And again, going to just keep the pedal to the metal and try our hardest to get out of here. So we're going to make another boating roll. Remember, this is at a +4 because it's +2 for the fact that this is being done as an action, and it's +2 for being faster. And there's an ace. And that's an 11. So that's definitely a success with the raise. So 1, 2 more. So now the gun here, and since we're on the water, our multiplier for the distance, the range increment is 25. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3 cards in between. So they're going to make their change position maneuver first. Now there's only 2 cards, but that's still a range of 50 between the 2 cards. So that is barely at the edge of the short range for the deck gun. And they're going to fire again. This is a dangerous die. Oh, they got a 1. Now I'm going to roll another D6 to represent. Okay, this is to see if a critical failure occurred. It did not, so they just missed outright. So next is, and that's their turn. So let's go ahead and deal the next round. And this is how fast Savage Worlds rounds can go. They can even go faster if everybody's paying attention. So our heroes get a 6, and our villains get a 9. So it doesn't look like our heroes are escaping this turn. They're going to move up 1 more, and going to fire again. So, oh, another 1. And another 2. Okay, I promise I shook them. So they did not get it. So once again, our heroes are going to try. Our heroes going to try and put his pedal to the metal. Just keep on going faster. Okay, he only got a success. So he's going to go ahead and spend a Benny. And he's going to try again. Try to get that raise. Did not. So we stand with the 6. That's the best he can do. And he's going to, oh wait, 7, 8, 9, 10 because of the +4. So actually, that is with the raise. So 1, 2. That puts 3 cards in between them. Now, being as I'm running out of track here, I'm going to pick up and move back and put 1, 2, 3 cards in between. And this is now this is just meant to represent the abstract of where we're at. So that is, oh, they didn't fire this round. I went out of turn. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I fired for them. They missed. So, yes, I did. So, that's this round. Next round. Hero in the Bannon. And villain in the Iskrin. Okay, we have a tie here. So, when you have a tie, you're going to make sure that you're going to make sure that you look at the suits in reverse alphabetical order. So spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. So unfortunately our villains get to go again first. But that's okay, because they're going to come up a card and fire again. Because they are intent on sinking the Bannon. Now our Bannon is going to try with their +4. Oh, that's a rotten roll. Let's just do that again. Okay, 7. That's good. +4, that makes 11. That's success with the raise. It moves us 1, 2 ahead. So now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in between the 2. As long as the bad guys don't go first next time, we can make a we can make a flee attempt with this being on this card. We can make a flee attempt. However, there's also, I forgot one thing before we go too much further. Before I do that, there's a complication. So, because we got a club. And I should have put the complication on the Iskren last time. But that's okay. There's still certain things that I don't do well. But let's talk the complication. So, we got a complication and we're on a diamond. And that means there's a -2 modifier. So there's only +2 instead of +4. So that's a 9. It's still a success. And had it been a failure, it would have been a critical failure on that maneuvering roll. So he still gets to go up 2. And that means that we still have a shot at escaping next turn. So I will pay better attention to that. And that's a fog of war moment. I failed to do it before, but my player was honest and said, hey, I got a club, so that's a complication. So, next round, club again. This time it's a queen, so, and a 4. So, our team could make this flee attempt. However, because of the complication, and being as we're on a club, we get a -2 modifier, and this one again gets to be like a critical, it's like a critical failure on a maneuvering roll. And that means that a failure could really, really shake us up bad here. So let's do this flee attempt. And this is also at a -4, so this is a -6 total. So actually, this is a case where we're just going to do a change position without rolling, and then try and do evasive action on the roll instead. And that's a critical failure. So, we have a critical failure. And this means that we are going to roll on out of control. So, we're going to roll 2d6. Let's grab these two cool Savage Worlds dice. And we get a 9. Add them together. No aces on this. We got a 9. He's distracted, so the boat kind of caught a wave on an edge front and flips sideways. And when it flips sideways, it starts skidding off a little bit. So that's what they're going to have as he tried to go back and forth and zigzag to not get shot at. So these guys are going to pull up, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards again between them. So that means 4 times 25 is 100. That puts the range now into its medium range. So there's a -2 penalty on the shot that's about to be taken from this one. Oh, they got a 6 though. 7, 8, -2, so that just takes it back to a 6. It's still a hit. We're going to roll 3d10 for damage. And being as actually there's not a -2, it is 3d10 plus an extra d6, because you remember we got this because of the -2 penalty for them being distracted. That means that that 9 makes them so they're distracted. Anything they do next turn is going to be at a -2. So no, it's still not an extra d6. We're good. We're still going to add 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 5 is 22. And being as it eliminates the 2 points of armor that the speedboat has, that 22 is subtracted from 14. So 14 or 22 minus 14. That means that we are left with we're 8 points over. We are 8 points over the toughness. So with 8 points over the toughness, that means it's shaken with 2 wounds. Now, Ace, to read the text for that again. I have to say this while I'm getting to ace over here. This nifty new mouse I got, it's a refurbished one. But this wheel here is so sensitive. It's a gaming mouse. And I'm not really a gamer. So that's kind of a for me, is I keep pressing the mouse button. And so it kind of makes navigating around my screen a little bit difficult. But anyway, so what we have is they ignore 2 points of penalties on any boating, driving, or piloting roll, and may spend bennies to soak damage for any vehicle they control. Command using the appropriate boating, driving, or piloting skill instead of vigor. So each success negates a wound. So we have 2 wounds. So we have 2 wounds or 3 wounds. It's not shaken, so it's wound with wound. So he's going to spend his last Benny, and he's going to make a boating roll. And there's an ace. Come on. Okay, 10. That is success with a raise. So that's 2 wounds. So the boat now is still going to have to roll on the out of control table, but we are going to be able to we're going to be able to roll on this out of control table and not add anything else to it. So there's no critical hit here, especially because we're no longer under the complications. So let's roll that out of control, and that's his maneuvering roll. Okay. Oh yeah, he spent the Benny, and yeah, he soaked it. So here's out of control. Ooh, he's out of bennies. So what happens to him is he rolls these 2 again. Come on, 2. Okay, 9. Again, he's distracted. So he's got a -2 and an additional -1 from the damage to the boat. So that's a -3, but he can negate -2 because of his ace. So he is at a net -1 on this one, but +4, so net +3 instead of +4. He's still going to try and escape. Wait, no, I got to deal the cards. So scratch that. Here comes this turn. Oh, Joker! Joker's wild. Yes, we needed that, Benny. So he's going to definitely go first. Oh, and these guys did move up 1. So anyway, and even being at the medium range, they still did some nasty damage. Okay, so +2, +4, +6, -1, so that's +5 net. As he's at a 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 3 cards he can't actually escape. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3, and there's the 4th card. We're going to go ahead and, sorry, I bumped the other microphone. And we're going to make that boating roll. And that's a crappy boating roll. But with the +5, that's still an 8, and that still gets 2 cards ahead. So that means that on their turn, they're going to go ahead and make a roll and try and get up 2 to try and close the range. A 2, that's a fail. So they don't even get to move forward. Oh wait, it's a 4 because of the +2 on the maneuver roll. They only get to move up 1 card though. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in between. So we're going to make a free maneuver and move up 1 card. That puts 5, so it means that we're making the flee roll now at a -2 instead of a -4. It would have been a -4 from this card, but now it's a -2 from this card. So we're going to make the boating roll. Still -3. There's still a -3. 1 from the wound. Or actually, no longer distracted, so only -1. 1 from the wound to the boat. So there's a big hole in the boat, and he's got to try and just get out of there. And then the other 4 bonuses. So we're at a +3 net. Let's spin that Benny and do that last roll one more time. 6. That's a success. So +3, actually +1, so it's a 7, but it's still a success, and they make the flee. So we have successfully fled from our pursuer. So that's how you do a